All right, welcome to Coffee with Marcus and Mark. And in this show, we are going to talk to you about what's happening in the markets and how we are trading it. Today is Thursday, December 8th. And it seems that the stock market is in a hurry up and wait position right now, with traders worrying about a potential recession and the longer term effects of the Fed rate hikes. And we have the producer price index tomorrow. We have the consumer price index next Tuesday. And then we have the FOMC decision next Wednesday. So, what to expect until then, and more importantly, how are we trading these markets? By the way, this is your first time here. Hi, I'm Markus Heitkoetter. That super smart guy over there is my head coach, Mark Hodge, and we're real traders, trade live accounts. So we're therefore we got a lot of trading experience, and we're showing you how we trade these crazy markets. So trust me, we know our stuff, and we're not afraid to tell you like it is. If you're looking for some honest insights into the fascinating world of trading, you are in the right place. And boy, I mean, it's really the market's kind of diddling around yesterday, the fifth losing day in a row, Mark. What do you think about that?
It, that's a decent slide, Marcus. And I mentioned it yesterday. We've erased all of those nice gains that we had after Fed Chair Powell's comments on last Wednesday. However, it's an orderly move, and when I say orderly move, you could draw a little trend line there. And that pullback within the move and ranges that we've seen since October 13th, it's really not too crazy, all things considered.
No, and it's just, I said, hurry up and wait. So we have three major reports coming out, and these will be the last three major reports for the remainder of the year. We have the CPI, well, tomorrow the PPI, next Tuesday the CPI, and then the Fed meeting. And this is where everybody is waiting and saying, okay, what's going to happen? And based on what's happening next week, the CPI data and the Fed meeting, this is what will determine whether we have a Santa Claus rally and will end up above 4,200 or not, or whether the Grinch is stealing Christmas, as he
You
did in
have my
2018. Remember?
you have my I do remember 2018,
Yeah.
and you have my address for those steaks.
Oh. Nice try,
Hey,
brother. Nice try.
Marcus, I would need to update these numbers. So these are a little bit old, but I did a YouTube video that talked about consecutive losses in the S&P, and it went back 5 years. And when I did this study, it was earlier this year, so it could have changed. But after five losses in the S&P, you typically see a winner. Well, 5 out of 9 times you have a winner after five losses, right? So there aren't too many times where you have five losses in a row. But beyond five losses in a row, very rarely does the streak continue. So even though it's 5 out of 9 and you say, okay, it's kind of a coin toss, well, there were only 4 times you had six losses in a row. 2 times you had seven losses in a row, and one time when you had 8 losses in a row, and that included the pandemic. So that data is a little bit old. It could be updated, but I believe that it holds true. And the bottom line is you usually don't see these losing streaks going much beyond five losses in a row. And that's kind of what we see today. Buying
Yeah.
opportunity and the markets are higher.
Right, and if you look at a 5 minute chart of the S&P yesterday, I mean, this looks like a seismograph. I mean, in the morning there were these wilder swings and then smaller swings, and we talked about it this morning with our mastermind members. I mean, it almost feels that the markets closed lower yesterday because they ran out of time. It was like seesaw, 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 and then oh, ding, 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 ding. There's the bell.
Yep.
Oh shoot, we were just on the upswing, and so yeah. This morning, looking at a 5 minute chart here, we see strong out of the gate. Right now, stalling because, again, tomorrow is an important report. And until then, markets are diddling around. But right now, it seems that there's still a bit of the bounce back that you said is most likely to happen here after five losing days in a row.
And that's all right. That's all right. Markets are bouncing back a little bit, and we'll see what pops up Friday. But there is a red flag report at 8:30 Eastern and also 10.
Yeah. So I mean, let's take a look at our position and see what is happening here. And I mean, Nvidia. Let's start with that because that's like yippee! I mean, this morning we talked about it with our mastermind members and said, well, today and tomorrow could be the days where Nvidia is hitting 175. I own shares from 160.91, collected a lot in premium. Sold the 175 calls expiring tomorrow. So if tomorrow Nvidia closes above, my shares are getting called away. I'm making an additional around $15,000 on the shares. If it closed below, my calls will expire worthless and I can sell more calls next week. So very
You know,
happy with this one.
and Marcus, I have to give you some credit on the rescue that you did. Rescue for us is when we're adding to a position at a lower price after getting assigned and the stock falls. This one, I mean, you timed it perfectly. So you're up nicely. You have a great break even based on where the stock's trading at. You're above your new cost basis. I mean, even this morning, I was saying, hey, you should think about rolling down the calls to maybe 165, 170 to get some premium. And you said, nope, we're going to hit 175. I know we've had this talk about gambling versus trading, saying it's going to hit 175. I mean, that's just a hunch. But at the same time, maybe you have a little nice trader intuition here, because 160 to 168, you're getting a lot closer there to that 175 level.
And it all depends on what's happening tomorrow. So tomorrow on the economic calendar, the core PPI, if this comes in lower than expected, and if we are really here at the 0.2% or maybe even less, then I believe that the market will see a pop. Because I mean, we had 5 losing days in a row. Markets are down for the week, and I mean, some traders are looking for buying opportunities here going into the end of the year. So
But
we'll see.
here's the beautiful thing, Marcus, because of how you've managed to trade, you're in a win-win situation, right? Because if the stock rallies and it goes above 175, maybe you roll, maybe you let it get called away and you make that 15 grand. If instead it pulls back, it's most likely to pull back into that range that we've already seen, and that's right around your cost basis, if not higher, and you still have all the premium that you've collected, and you could still sell calls and make a ton of money on at the money calls. So you're really in a great situation, and that comes from the management that you've done.
Yeah, and again, if you're looking here at the realized P&L on Nvidia, it's already 18,000 with the potential of maybe adding another 15,000. So I'm very happy. That's probably one of my most profitable trades of the year. Let's just see. I mean, again, let's not count chickens before they hatch, but I do believe that Nvidia. Yeah, together with TPR. I mean, it depends on where we close NVIDIA. TPR right now, that's one that I was in since May or March, can't remember. 17,800. That's right now the number 2, and NVIDIA is the number 1 trade here. So we shall see what's happening there.
Marcus, did you see LVS today?
I did not. Do I want to see LVS? Oh my gosh, a huge jump. Well, we got called away. That's the end of the LVS saga. And I mean, based on the last 2 days, I mean, I'm happy. And that's why I'm always
Yeah,
also saying, don't look at it. Don't do this to me, Hodge.
I'm sorry. I had to. I still don't have regrets. Honestly, because it's so easy to get caught up in the woulda, coulda, shoulda game, and it doesn't help you with trading. I just wanted to bring it up to give you a little jab, because I know that you were a little bit on the fence, but I was ready to move on.
Yeah. Okay. Now I need to look up TPR. Okay. So TPR, that was a good call to let this one go.
Yeah.
I mean, again, dividend payments were yesterday. No, today. Today are dividend
Today,
payments. So therefore, it's normal to have a drop here based on the dividend payment. And the dividend was, 30 cents. So it's normal. Right now, we are down, 0.3%. Yeah. So, but again, yeah, these are the stocks that are gone. Okay. So Google, both in Google, Google today, really interesting that Google today is dropping, even though Nasdaq is moving higher.
Yeah, Google having a rough little time here, but I still like it.
Yeah, yeah, we'll see. I mean, this will be fine. And then we have CTRA. So that's a position that right now it looks like we could get assigned tomorrow. And I would be happy. We talked about it this morning with our mastermind members. I mean, If you go back to the trading log, look at this and look at my assignment rate. So I'm typically assigned 35.71% of the time. And the most recent trades that we did an American Express trade, we did a WSM Williams Sonoma trade, and both of them expired worthless. So I'm kind of due, and I'm very happy if I get assigned here. So, yep, trade below my strike price for now. Let's get assigned, and then next week have the pop and sell some more calls.
Love it. That
Yeah.
is the plan.
Well, plus this is also a stock. If you look at CTRA, that has a pretty high dividend yield. I mean, the dividend yield here is 9.77%. Not that we are trading it because of the dividend, but that's a nice plus if you're getting assigned and have to hold it for a longer time.
Sure, and this is why we trade profitable companies, and why we like to trade stocks with dividends right now, because those are also mostly attractive to investors as well. Profitable companies in this market environment where we're seeing elevated interest rates and the Fed in a rate hiking campaign. This is one that could be attractive, and hey, I'll take that dividend if I'm still in it at that point.
All right. Now, another trade that we entered yesterday with our mastermind members was Play. That was actually really interesting one because yesterday they had earnings, plummeted on earnings, and there was an opportunity. I sold the 32 puts. Let me just mark this in there. You decided to go for the 31 puts.
I did. And I just realized that I need to make an adjustment to an order, because my plan is to close uh, puts after one day if I'm at 80% max profit. And I was basing it on your trade. Right now it's at 50% max profit. The trade's working out great, but we had a slightly different opinion. I wanted to go one strike lower to be a little closer to support. You like the 32.
Yeah, I like this because I wanted to collect some more premium there. So I got 40 cents, which was a really nice premium play here based on my account size. And we'll see. This is where we looked at it yesterday and just saw, okay, solid stock. If we look at the fundamentals here of play, and let me just add this to my list here. So, but we looked at the fundamentals. We see nice low PE ratio. We see nice quarterly earnings profitable over the last 5 quarters and also annually doing really, really well. I mean, of course, they got hurt during the pandemic, but it seems that they're bouncing back really nicely. And can't remember exactly what happened on earnings here, but there was an initial reaction. I think they were a little bit downgraded, but this was an opportunity for us to get into this trade.
Yeah, I think they had a top and bottom beat, but it could. I don't know if it was guidance or not, but they came in better than expected.
Yeah. So anyhow, with that, I am full right now because I like to trade up to 5 positions. I have CTRA, I have Google, Nvidia counts as 2 positions because I did fly a rescue mission there. So this is taking up 2 positions in the trading account, and then we have Play that is until next week. So we'll see tomorrow. Super, super, super interesting day with the PPI, and then also seeing will we get assigned in CTRA or not.
And I think we will.
Dun, dun,
And I
dun.
think we'll make money.
I don't know. I mean, crude oil is just because CTRA is a oil and is an energy stock, and crude oil is just super interesting. I mean, this morning, if you look at a 5 minute chart, at first rallying and then a pullback, and if we measure this move, we are looking at a what? That's a almost 6% move. This swing here.
That is.
So interesting. So today, with the markets right now being up, no more opportunities for us to sell puts. We are positioned in terms of selling calls here, so we were kind of good. And until tomorrow, not much to do for us today here.
No, and I mean this is also going into the weekend. We do have the big reports or a couple of red flag reports in the morning, but busy week next week.
It will be a busy week. It will be a super exciting week to trade starting tomorrow. So, by the way, if you would like to learn more about how we trade, we did a video here. It's called The Wheel Strategy, and I explained it in less than 15 minutes. So, if you're not familiar with the wheel strategy just yet, check it out. It's 3 parts, and I'll explain everything in this video. And then we'll see you again tomorrow.
Happy trading, everybody.